Of the items of tackle that I've got that really have had some use, the Finger Anglers, TipTops and reel pouches are right up there with, you know, the ones that have had the most abuse. I've had these for a very, very long time, pretty much since Ben first did them, and Finger Anglers were the first to bring these out. You know, these TipTops, they've become quite popular and a lot of brands now do them, but Finger Anglers did them first, and like I say, I've had them from the very start and they've never gone wrong. You probably see on here there's the odd knot and the elastic's a little bit stretched out, but I've tied my bivvy to trees, I've done all sorts of these, I've tied all sorts of things in place. I've used them as storm pole covers, everything. I use the reel pouches to sit me rods on at the back sometimes, you know, so really easy to move about the lake with, obviously, because they're just a pouch and a band, and that's why I like them. You know, it's the easy access. Used to use a quiver or a rod bag, and some days I want to use 3 rods, some days I want to use 2, others I just want to use 1. And if you've got them all in one big bag, you have to transport that with you all the time, whereas these enable me to just put my rods in and out the garage. And I've got several different sets of rods in there. They're all set up like this. And I just grab them, switch them around and take what I need as and when. It just makes life easier, and of course when you're fishing as well, you know, you just use them as and when you need them. You don't even always need to use the reel pouches. Sometimes I don't use them, but yeah, both of these have had extensive use in the field. They've never let me down, and I can't recommend them enough. The real beauty of these is just how lightweight and simple they are to use. You know, very, very easy. The elastic tip top goes on first, and there's a small sleeve at either end of the piece of elastic, so you slot the rod into the sleeve at one end, up the other end, do exactly the same thing. That'll hold the rod together, and then once you've done that, the reel pouch simply folds around the reel. The 2 straps here on top, they velcro it down, hold it in place, and on the side of the pouch, you've got velcro either side. You've got sharp velcro one side, soft velcro the other, so you can lay the rods together, and when they are sat together, they'll grip each other nicely, so makes them a little bit easier to transport. The all-important price will depend on where you get them from, basically. I've had a little look online this morning, and you seem to be able to get the pouches for anything between 7 and 12 quid. I think the 7's a bit of a bargain. Most places they seem to be sort of between 12 and 13 pound, and the rod straps are about a tenner, again, depending on where you get them from. So that is about all there is to them, you know, and that's the beauty of them. Very minimal, very easy to use, and by far my favourite way of transporting my rods.